All right, it's the rundown. It is September 23rd, brought to you by Hooters. Hooters provides the optimal football viewing experience for serious fans to watch all the games.
That's pretty good.
Have fun with the world-famous Hooters girls. Stop by your local Hooters every Monday night. That's tonight. This football season, Bears, for some Hooters Monday Night Moneyball. Answer a series of prop questions for your chance to win Hooters food, swag, cash, prizes, even a trip to the big game in February. Get in on the action at HootersMoneyBall.com.
Mush and Brandon Walker, live stream tonight from Hooters.
From there?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say why that should be on there. What Hooters are they going to?
The one right down the street.
Address? Anybody?
Three. That's our address, you fucking idiot.
34th Street Hooters. So,
Mush and Brandon Walker.
Mush and Brandon Walker
Go
live.
heckle them. They love to be heckled.
All right, NFL recap.
You want to start with college?
No, well, I always do NFL college. I'm gladly to talk about college. Nothing's changed. I'm reading my print here. What does this say?
Jets covered.
Well,
Jets covered.
One of the all-time back-to-work
Good teams
gross
win, great teams
covers.
cover.
Jets covered.
Daniel Jones. Big
Danny
select.
Dimes.
Do you want to apologize to him?
Because
you did said he was. It's the worst pick of all time.
Yeah, I never knew anything about college football from the jump. So when they made that selection and everyone slammed it as like the worst pick ever, I was happy to troll Giants fans. I think it's more that the Giants fans who need to apologize. Tommy Smoke said he was going to be done being a Giants fan.
There are a lot.
Big M said he was
By the
Casey
way,
Anthony's.
you can not get off that take because they could have taken him later, probably.
That pick
I
was
don't buy any
objective.
of that though.
Oh,
I do.
I don't buy the people saying that the Redskins were going to take him at like 15.
You just don't know.
Nobody was going to take him until all of a sudden he was selected, and then it was like, no, we had to get him.
If you have a huge risk, or you think there's somebody, and who knows what would happen if you're like, this is the guy. I will say Giants fans, the Tommies.
I said I'd consider leaving the fan base. I won't. I mean, Dave Gettleman's a moron.
Big as.
No! Just so you know, ESPN rated Daniel Jones as a 0-star recruit coming out of
Why would you do that? You're so fucking stupid! Gettleman, what are you doing? What are you doing?
He comes from an athletic family. His sister
You have Dwayne Haskins there. You have Josh Allen. Josh Allen's gonna be in a gold jacket.
his brother also.
No!
You just didn't watch him play.
Right.
So, like, I watched him play a lot. That's why I was out in front of this being like, actually, he's pretty fucking
I
good.
never watched a single snap, and it actually sounded like even like Gettleman and them hadn't either. But didn't Gettleman say he drafted him off of like the Senior Bowl?
He said he only watched the Senior Bowl. He saw like 3 series and was like, I like
it's
this
okay to
guy.
say that like it was a bad idea in the sense that they didn't trade back. I think it sounded like their management kind of made like a pick on a whim. And I think you can say that the pick sounded and seemed terrible at the time, and they was proving people wrong.
Also, who knows?
Also,
it's one game.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's saying, like, don't overreact. It's like, well, yeah, don't fucking overreact. They had one game against the Bucs, which, by the way, if they make that kick, yes, he had a good day still, but the entire, like, hoopla is not quite the same if you walk away with an L. So,
I disagree. I think actually the hoopla would have been the same.
I think people would still think they have their guy, but I think
he did everything.
I think even just like celebrating afterwards and Eli and him like having, I think it's a lot bigger and better because of the win. I think the fact that he was like great with his legs is the main thing because that was like they talked about that. That's what Eli didn't have, and then that all played out to a T.
He has. I mean, not just leg. I mean, Eli was dead.
Right.
Eli was
a
dead man
fucking
walking.
statue.
The fact that anybody, I remember saying that on the radio where someone's like, well, they've given up on this season, so you might as well see what the kid did do. It's like the exact opposite. It's like the season's only 2 games in.
Yeah.
You maybe have somebody.
Give up on
Yeah,
Eli
I'd be
season,
pissed. I'd be
but-
pissed if I were a Giants fan and you
should've
trotted
started.
Eli
Yeah,
out
right.
there first 2
A
weeks.
dead man.
Who do they play next week?
Redskins, I believe.
Oh, so that could be a win.
At home.
Yeah, I mean, you
I was
got
going
to
to
see
say
when
definitely
he faces a.
fade the Giants next week off of that, but the Redskins
And
is
we'll
tough.
see what happens tonight. So the Browns, Sunday Night Football, they're not going to make the playoffs.
Freddie Kitchens is a fucking moron.
I love Freddie Kitchens, but
Did you? I mean,
But he's not.
did you
Well,
see the
you
drop
can
line?
like him
I
and
know.
not.
Well,
he's-
you can't have an offensive line, guys. Your head coach. People know that.
Well, and the draw play, that was the first
That's
time
an O-line
I
code
saw
play.
that since 2007 when they started tracking that data. It was the first time ever that a team ran a draw play on 4th and 9 or more.
I mean, it's a crazy call.
And I actually think.
But maybe Freddie Kitchens, he's
So-
like, well,
he's
who
crazy
would
like
have
that.
thought that
Yeah.
one coming?
The day that it does work, it's brilliant.
But even that, like that was bad. The getting to 1st and goal on the 4-yard line and having 4 timeouts and not even trying to run the ball or run a screen or do anything besides Baker just running for his life and throwing into the end zone was insane.
I don't like their uniforms.
Terrible.
I hate
The end zone, the look, everything's terrible.
they're the Browns. Like they're trying to like flash up brown and orange. Also, I mean, Odell Beckham Jr., I hate him so much. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. The guys who don't win, who talk so much to try me, not like his Monday Night Info, like, I'm that guy. Like,
OBJ, I'm him.
you're nobody. Like, you make that one cute catch where you, like, hold the ball, but your teams always lose, and I'm starting to think it's related. I also had another good point I was going to make about this, but I don't remember.
That package they ran of like one-handed catches, like Odell Beckham was the first to do it, and then people have been like copying him. It was kind of weird.
Yeah, it
like he
was
didn't
weird.
invent.
Oh,
it's like
I'll
a-
talk about it. Stupid coaches. Before I forget, coaches do stupid things. Like I had Oklahoma State money line against Texas.
me
They
too.
covered late. But did you see when they had like 4th in like half a yard?
Yes,
And then
and
they
they
took
threw
a
the
delay.
ball.
They took a delay game and then ran a fake punt for nothing.
Who threw the ball? Oh no, that was the stupid coaches. The Seahawks had 4th and 1 on their own 25, and they threw the ball 40 yards and missed it.
Yeah. Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
That
it's
was
like,
insane.
What, do they
What
do?
about Arians taking the delay game on purpose? On the
That
miss?
was
Like, it's all
that one
over,
made no
fucking
sense.
think it.
Do you want to talk about Antonio Brown?
So the Patriots cut him. Yeah, I'm happy. It was the right move.
Or as our guy Shannon Sharp says, Clowntonio Brown.
What?
Clown-
Well, yeah, he went at Antonio Brown. I mean, he went at Sterling Sharp, baby.
Shannon
I
Sharp,
actually still maintain
Oh,
I choked.
A little too much partying this
What
weekend.
do you want me to do? I
What's
choked.
going on?
No, we didn't. I didn't do much.
11 times, 12 times, maybe.
no, Dave actually went. He went home at like 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I was exhausted.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say?
Antonio Brown.
Yeah, I still think he probably is closer to my gut instinct without knowing the facts or what. I'm gonna say he's innocent. He's just so stupid. Like the text he sent.
Yeah.
Just shut up.
Like that-
You can't let it go.
The story is not even the bad thing now. It's the text afterwards.
He just can't. And the text.
And I
to be-
love that tweet.
And the
like, I'm
text.
done
be-
with the NFL.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're
He
done with them.
he
Okay.
re-enrolled at Central
To be
Michigan
honest,
today.
I didn't think the texts were even that bad. It's just the circumstance you're not thinking. And I forget who said it. Maybe Rich Eisen tweeted or somebody, or it actually may have been Rappaport, whoever it was. Like the Patriots took him in, and I'm sure they're like, keep your head down, don't do anything. And then he goes and does this, like, all right, he's not going to listen to
When I
anybody.
saw the text, like the way they were described as like threatening
Yeah, they
texts,
weren't.
they weren't. But that
Right,
they
it
gave
doesn't
them the
matter.
headline.
Right,
you know?
right. It's
And
like
then
that's
then
the
it is
thing.
now that becomes reality. Threatening
Right,
text.
exactly, exactly. So the Belichick stare.
I think I'd be remiss if I didn't ask, what was the final straw with Antonio Brown?
Yeah, we're focused on the Jets today.
Thank you, Coach.
That Milmore made that edit, which I love. We put it on loop with the Evil Empire, Dana Jacobson. So now, first of all, I kind of love Dana Jacobson, and it goes in circles because I love Sean Grande, he's engaged, the Celtics announcer, who's a huge stoolie. So like I tweeted at Sean today, I'm like, I'm still patiently waiting for like Dana to apologize, and he's tweeted very funny stuff. He's like, I don't think there's going to be an apology, but the death stare will be in the engagement. I'd be remiss not to include it. Also, Dana,
Yeah, she's cool. Like she's not saying
she's
like
handled
she would,
perfectly.
Yeah.
She's like, I did my job, he did his. He didn't treat me any different because I'm a woman. Like
Everybody
that's
else.
Belichick.
Yeah.
Like you know that. You know Belichick's going to do that. So why does everyone care?
Right.
Like people freaking out.
Right.
Oh, you
She-
think
she
Belichick's
tried
not going
to-
to death stare you?
She tried to sneak in a question. She's got to. He stares it down. He's got
Hank
to.
said it
All day.
perfectly. He was like, Belichick does that to his barber when his barber
Correct.
tries to make small talk.
Yeah, right, exactly. It's no harm, no foul there. I like the way she's handled it. And then I have something. Oh, this is just something to throw out there. The Eagles, they suck. And,
Curse of Nick Foles.
well, it's Nick Foles a lot, but I pose two questions. I see Eagles fans being like, oh, it's not Carson's fault. Well, there was all the rumors
Smitty?
that Eagles fans Eagles players hate Carson
Get
Wentz.
Smitty.
So one hypothesis, he's either playing video games or he's home, Smitty. One hypothesis is Eagles players hate him, and they're intentionally dropping the ball, or he throws a heavy ball. Like, pitchers throw heavy balls. It's a fact. Foles has like a feathery touch.
Yeah.
He has soft. I don't know. The whole thing, it's Philly. I'm one of you guys now, but it's not surprising that you stink.
Here comes Ron.
The heavy ball
I'll
is
ask him.
it actually is. It sounds crazy, but it's not.
Oh no, totally.
Like guys can throw catchable balls.
Yes.
Bird gang.
Dude, he's not the only player in the NFL that throws the ball hard. There's other quarterbacks that throw the ball
totally.
hard. Patrick Mahomes throws the ball hard. Jeff George historically threw the ball hard.
He wasn't very good.
That can't be a
Cam
damning
Newton.
statistic.
He threw the ball very
He
hard.
got benched.
Throws the ball
You
hard.
gotta be able to catch balls thrown hard.
Everyone
Right,
started
it's not-
catching
it's not-
Kyle Allen's balls.
It's
It's
I mean,
weird.
it's true.
Yeah,
As soon as he came in,
it's
Greg
true.
Olsen looks like he's a
And
fucking
that's
young
what the
pup.
Eagles. It's the Eagles. They seem to catch Nick Foles balls all the time.
It's the defense. I mean, that if your two top
Well-
wide receivers are out, then you're the
I mean,
entire
they
team
didn't
has to be
exactly
like,
light
we're
up
going
the
to pick you.
scoreboard.
But you have to be able to pick up the rest of the team if the defense isn't there. It's just not Carson Wentz.
That's what we call Carson Wentz apologists.
Would you rather have Nick Foles? He's fragile.
Yes.
Nick Foles crumbles if you even
Not in
touch his
Not
collarbone.
Philadelphia, he didn't.
But in Jacksonville,
He was
he's just
born
old.
for Philly.
He's old
Some
now.
guys are born for each other.
He's in his 30s
No, I
now.
hope
He's old.
I hope they work. Nobody wants the Eagles to win more than me, so I hope that they.
Thank
will
you,
make
and
it.
we appreciate that for sure. Bang bang, bird
boy
game.
at the house fire was unbelievable.
Oh, the Eagles.
Oh,
fan
yeah, we
who
have
was
that later on the list.
Catching babies.
I mean,
Yeah,
do it
well-
now while you got the Philly game.
All right,
Yeah.
so we'll skip to number 4.
I seen a guy hanging out the window, screaming that his kids was in there and things like that. So I ran to the back door, see if it was open, and it was. I ran upstairs, and then I was greeted with smoke. I ran back downstairs. By that time, the ladder truck was pulling up, and ironically, one of my old coworkers took the ladder off the truck, raised it up, and was assisting people down. My man just started throwing babies out the window. Wow. We was catching them, unlike Agholor.
So the guy, there's a fire in Philly. They're throwing babies off the roof. The guy's catching them. It's a serious interview. He's telling you, they just looked at him and said, I caught him, not like Agholor. And then he gives a look like,
Got
Agholor.
him. Great.
Yeah.
Even at the most trying times.
Very
when
Philly.
locked
That's
in
why I
and
respect
pissed
Philly.
off. Exactly. You have to respect it. You can't get mad.
That
Get your
guy,
jigs in.
that guy went to that building to save the babies with the intent of making that joke.
Those babies, not a heavy ball.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
babies. If they were
Carson Wentz was
toddlers.
throwing those off the
Those
roof,
babies
they'd
were
all be
dead.
dead.
All dead.
Dead babies because of Carson Wentz. Run that headline.
Be painting the sidewalk with baby blood.
He does. He throws a heavy ball. FanDuel gambling segment. Okay, we're into the FanDuel gambling segment. FanDuel Sportsbook is now live in Pennsylvania, Jersey, West Virginia. Sign up for FanDuel with the promo code STOOL. Get a $500 risk-free bet. I gave people the Schlong game on
man.
Sunday.
Yeah, the Schlong game.
So
was
hopefully you did.
best bet
That was
ever.
easy. The Schlong game was easy.
Never a doubt.
You never doubt.
Never.
You can use that free bet to ride with the Barstool Sports advisors, like the Schlong game, this week with the More Locks, parlay, or fade them if you're an idiot. And you would be,
Stu being on that pick, but not on the Schlong
Yes.
was
yeah.
unbelievable.
You also would be an idiot because we're red hot in
Yep.
the advisors. Ice cold in college, hot in the other. So college football, Dan. Here's where you're wrong. I already declared Michigan dead when we lost by 100 to Ohio State. So you killed the dead person. Fine.
I mean, this is the spin zone.
It's not. Go look at what I said.
All right, emergency halftime press conference. We got Michigan, Wisconsin. It's 28-0 Wisconsin. Here's the thing. Here's what I got to do right now, which is unfortunate. I got to do this. I was a Harbaugh guy. I said Harbaugh is his job for life. He can have it as long as he wants the Michigan job. We're not going to do better. Guess what? I want him fired right now at halftime. I don't mind losing. Like, losing's one thing. Fine, Michigan always loses. That's what they do. But 28-0.
I've always been a Harbaugh guy. I do not think Harbaugh should be fired at halftime. I love him. I love him.
Because it's good for you. But the program's getting worse. They're becoming a joke. They're embarrassing people like myself and like Gerald Ford, Tom Brady, the notable alumni, and it can't happen anymore.
That was so emasculating what Wisconsin did to Michigan. They ran the ball down your throat, left, right, center, all afternoon long. I mean, you can't. The Michigan man myth is dead. Jim Harbaugh, who I love, I hope he goes to the NFL
It's over.
because honestly, I don't even think it's Jim Harbaugh's fault. I think I think it's Michigan is such a failed program.
What a spin zone
that,
from Harbaugh.
That they can't support Harbaugh
Listen.
and have him be successful.
I
want him free.
The only thing Wisconsin did is kill your friend, because I was on the record as saying before the game it was Harbaugh's job for as long as he wanted it, because we're not going to do better. He's embarrassing everybody. Went to that school, the entire state. He's embarrassing college football, really, because Michigan should be at least competitive. Like, Wisconsin kills Michigan in what world? No.
Yeah, in this world, in the last 20 years.
Well, I mean,
in the modern world.
Last 4. So you got to get rid of Harbaugh.
No, you didn't. What? What did you say?
I haven't won 2 of the last 4.
You've gone 2-2?
Yeah.
That's so we're even?
That's what I'm saying, yes.
Right. So, but you think Michigan's above Wisconsin, and I'm saying
well, it's
no,
not. You won by 100. Listen, I'm saying get rid of Harbaugh. This is embarrassing. I'm embarrassed. Dave Portnoy is embarrassed. You embarrassed me, Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah, Michigan man dead.
They've given up, and I don't know who said
but
this.
But I don't even think if you get someone else in, like Michigan's not going to be.
Well, I said Tressel. You want to expect it at Ohio State, but
you guys haven't won anything. Ever.
No reason. There's not.
Well, yeah,
like
we did. I won a national championship. I have that ring.
You shared one with Nebraska that would have kicked the shit out of you.
Well, I mean, I can't do anything.
You shared one with
Nebraska.
Nebraska was way better in
1997. No, they weren't.
Yes.
No, they weren't.
All right. Anyone who knows college football knows
I know
that.
college football.
Brandon, who would have won, Nebraska or Michigan in 1997?
Oh, Brandon. I mean, Michigan was loaded.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I think Michigan would have won that game.
Thank you.
Michigan had Charles Woodson. They had a very good team there.
You're out of your mind.
They had like the best defense in the history of college
Nebraska
football.
would have fucking
smoked them. Yeah, that's why they lost. They tied Missouri. They tied Missouri.
They would have smoked them.
I'll put them back on the field if we can.
I would love
the way
to
you're talking.
put them back on the field.
Yeah, no, they're dead. Michigan, embarrassing. I don't know what you do. They're college kids, but and the thing with Harbaugh, like you get that bump, but they're going down. Like nothing's going to reverse to go up, so you got to get rid of them. The Rutgers punch was funny, celebrating like they punched their own guy.
And now, Michigan's dead, but I'll take them minus whatever against Rutgers because that's a Harbaugh special.
I don't know. They're so bad.
You don't think that they're going to just?
Rutgers is not
they're going to take out all.
I don't know that they can even do that anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Because that seems like just a.
Listen, I don't know a lot about college football. When you're nervous against Rutgers, is that what you're telling me?
No, but it's going to be like a huge line. But I just think Michigan. This is the classic. Like they're going to put up 60 on them, and
I don't know.
And the
they're
Michigan
so bad. They
myth
played
will
3
continue.
games. They've been horrible every game.
Rutgers.
The Washington State game. I haven't even seen the highlights really of that. I don't understand. 49-17, Washington State's up against a horrible UCLA team, and they lose. That's
Mike Leach
college
stopped
football.
being Mike Leach.
69-67.
Insane.
How was it overtime?
No, Mike Leach.
69-67 in regulation.
I think yeah.
That's just college football.
I think Mike Leach. I think they were up like 16 or something, and he punted on 4th and like 2 on UCLA's. Like Mike Leach, if he had just continually been Mike Leach, they would have won that game.
Crazy. That's everything I got for there.
Pac-12 just, without fail, every single year, just cannibalizes.
Yeah, they can't have somebody who
no
runs
matter
it.
what.
Oregon's the best team out there.
Oregon's the best team, but what will happen is, like, Washington will beat Oregon.
Yep.
And then someone else will beat Washington.
And then they have a Pac-12 championship where it's not even sold out. And you're like, what am I
Right, it'll be Utah versus Arizona State or something.
Somehow it'll end up at Stanford.
Right.
I feel like it's at Stanford every year, and they're just punting from going in at the 10.
Right. Stanford will lose 5 conference games and somehow be in the Pac-12 conference championship.
This Bills Mafia fired up. 3-0. I think I'm going to go 3-0 Bills, 3-0 Patriots. I think I got to go. But this video of the kid doing the firework.
It's the flavor that makes you go, ooh.
I told you, rock! It blows up in his face. Funny, but what really took it to the next level, it was sent to Barstool. So we're like, hey, is the kid okay? We don't want to post it. And the response, we're 3-0. He'll be fine. I mean, you can't be more Bills Mafia. And they are. I mean, somebody sent me the graphic. It's Josh Allen's face with the Grim Reaper knocking on it. So he's knocked on the Jets doors, the Bengals doors, and who did they beat? Giants, like 3 terrible teams, and now he's knocking on the Patriots door. Like they are fired up in Buffalo.
It's the big. If they win this game, I think it's the biggest win they've had in like 20 years.
It's the biggest game they've had in 20. The last biggest game was the one I was at because they were also undefeated. But I think it was week 2. Is this the biggest game in Buffalo history since '92?
Probably, yeah. Actually, it's the biggest game in 15 years.
I mean, it's
the biggest game in probably 20 years, let's be real.
Listen, this is the 10th most important game for the Patriots in the last year. This is our Super Bowl. The last 20 years, one of the biggest games ever.
And they're like, this is a Super Bowl. This is the biggest game we've had in 20
And we know
years.
how this one ends.
Yeah. Well, there's no way they beat the Patriots.
None.
I do
Zero.
love Buffalo people. I wrote a blog. Like, I want to be. If they just went in and it's like, we like Buffalo people, salt of the earth, simpletons.
Give them a dub.
Give them a win.
Yeah.
It's not going to change anything.
No.
Like, if the Bills win, it's not like they're going to win the AFC East.
No, and
so
if you
I
lose,
would,
it's not like you're not going to win the AFC East.
It's not going to change a thing.
So would you just give it to him?
I would give it to him.
Yeah.
I would.
For anything in exchange, or just out
No,
of the goodness
just
of your
like,
heart?
here you go.
Like
Like
thanks for the
throwing a
videos.
dog a bone.
Thanks
like,
for
here you
blowing
go.
your face up with the
yeah.
fucking
Yeah, we like
fireworks.
Buffalo. Here you go. You have a win in September. I would do that.
I mean,
Play
it's
Jared
not gonna happen.
Stidham all game.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Tom Brady. I could see Tom Brady even thinking
That
this.
lack of cover, absolutely
Unreal.
murder. We already did the Philly guy. The last one I got on here that we have to put. I've watched it a lot. Our guy Glenny Balls. Just getting tossed slowly off a mechanical bull. I've said it before, but he's a manatee. Like, Glenny Balls is a legitimate. No, it isn't. A manatee
Yeah,
is like
it is.
graceful and,
No,
and
no.
friendly. And
It is.
beloved.
It is still mean.
No, I don't know that it is. Like a
Does that
manatee
mean
is
you
a
take offense to that?
gentle, big, fat,
I like
slow-moving
manatees. I like
creature
manatees.
that is never out to hurt anybody. Like
Everybody loves manatees.
Everybody, and it's like if
They had a
manatees-
whole campaign to save the
yeah,
manatees.
and that's what there's not
You
many
ever-
like
I swam with manatees once.
300-pound
It's
butterflies
amazing.
in the world with hearts of gold. Glenny's it.
You're light on your feet.
Yeah,
gentle,
you are a manatee.
You go to the
gentle
aquarium,
giant.
you see a manatee,
Yeah.
slowly waddle by. It's a
Right,
nice little
he's
experience.
always like nice, never not a mean bone. That's how I think of you. Like Glenny, that bull, you didn't even think of gripping it. It's just
Oh,
like
no.
you're on it, it moved, and you went down. It's like that's what a manatee.
Like one trip around the earth and
Like
bow.
zero effort. Manatees don't. It's like, oh, I'm going straight. There's glass. I'll just have to do. That's funny. Yeah.
I did
We
get
should
back on a
start
second
booping your
time. I gotta
nose.
get that video.
Oh,
I stayed
really?
on for like 3 seconds. In the second time, I was off and I put all my weight back onto it.
Wow.
But then I was off very quickly after that.
Okay.
I was maybe 5 seconds on the second
How
time.
was
around.
Georgia?
It was pretty cool. Place is pretty wild. Athens is like 84 bars and like a square mile. So that was interesting.
Did you
It was
see
quite nice.
Willie just like pour beer on Glenny's
that was
head?
very
Yeah.
I mean, you were mad. You were not
Did you
happy.
think it was like a college kid who did it at first?
I assumed they were just pouring it on everyone, like someone for the picture, and
Yeah.
then I just looked, it kept coming on my face. And the worst part about it was we had those shirts on, the round 2 shirts, which were great shirts. I'm a sucker for those shirts, Barstool logo.
You're a
cool-
free shirt guy.
Cool design on the back,
Yeah.
yeah. And then I thought my shirt was ruined. It was in the day, spilled with beer. We just had that about to all these girls, and these girls, just tiny girls, had a 2XL. I was like, can I get that shirt back? I need it now. They said no. They were laughing at me. It was
said
embarrassing.
no?
Yeah.
I
And they were
mean,
like,
Jesus
they were like
Christ.
size smalls, and I was like, you have a 2XL right now. Can I please have it back?
Come
But
on.
it was okay. It was a hot day, so the beer dried quickly.
Yeah.
We'll live.
It's tough too when you turn around as fucking Willie. Like, what are you
Yeah.
gonna do?
And then Willie was like, oh, what's he gonna do? I'm like, no, what am I gonna do? You're fucking
You're a
Willie.
manatee.
I asked Willie. He's like, I apologize. I'm like, oh, all right. Well, then I guess it's cool. Just
He did
pour
give me a
beer on.
sincere apology in the morning. It's okay. I've had alcohol.
Large
sometimes
with the
before.
quick snitch
Yeah.
on that one.
Yeah, real quick rat.
Yeah.
I mean,
What do you
this
mean?
guy. Like,
Oh.
he looked up,
Turn
like,
around,
pouring a beer on
Large
me,
was
and
just like,
Large was like, nope,
this guy.
nope,
Yep.
this guy over here.
Yeah.
Good. Did you go to a game?
Yeah.
That was a hell of a game.
It was
Dude,
very
that-
fun.
the
It was-
lights were
The
awesome.
lights did not disappoint. It was, and they did like a little blue balls thing too. They had the lights go regular at the end of the third quarter because that was the big thing. They had like this huge red LED light turn the whole stadium red. And at first, nothing. It was just regular. I guess that's what they do. They just do the phone lights. And then 2 minutes later, right before it started, whole place turned red. It was something.
I will say, I admit Michigan's dead, but it was almost more disheartening to see Notre Dame fans, once proud school, trying to claim moral victories. Like, I don't do that at Michigan. Like, we lose. I don't care if we lose by 1 or 100. Like, Notre Dame fans are out on social media like they want cookies. Like, oh, we played Georgia tough. That's not the Notre Dame I know. Like, I'm not bragging when we play teams tough. You win. You play to win the game. So, and then Notre Dame fans like, oh, BCS, it matters. Like, okay, Notre Dame, be happy with your moral victories. I'm glad I'm not that. Anything else?
Such a troll.
I think that's it.
Oh, man.
How you feeling tonight?
I forgot you had a primetime game. My heart goes out to you.
They have to. It's not enough to win. Like the offense has to look awesome.
If they can't look awesome versus
Mitch
the Skins,
Trubisky needs to
If
have
they
himself
do,
a fucking
I've been
day.
saying it. If they win, if the Bears win, and it's a repeat of the Denver game, I'll come away from it feeling even worse on a 2-1 team.
Yeah.
Denver actually they'll play. It's so hard to do the thing. Like Denver did play Green Bay fairly tough.
Yeah, Denver just they're just. I don't know what's up with them.
If he has another like dud, are you like
Denver's one of those
officially
teams-
nervous? Are you officially
I'm
out?
already
Or are you-
officially
Yeah.
nervous.
So would you be out if he has like a?
I mean, the problem is,
Can't be
I don't.
out.
Yeah, you can't be out because what are
Right.
you gonna do?
Right. But I mean, like in your heart, would you be like, all right, this ain't the guy?
I think I would just convince myself that like
gotta spin
next
it.
week. But yeah, this is a very big game. Not only the Bears are in that very weird spot where it's not only tonight, but it's everything going forward because when you push your chips in the middle.
I have a weird hypothetical for you.
Uh-oh.
Can't trade the draft pick. Right now, tonight, the draft, you have number 1 pick. Would you take Tua for the Bears?
Right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to.
Well, that
right?
speaks volumes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's probably a lot of teams out there, though, right? Probably half the teams in the NFL would say they'd take Tua.
Do you think the Giants would right now?
No.
I don't know.
I don't. I
Just
do not
free,
think
though?
the
It's
Giants.
free?
would.
If you were the Jets, would
What do you
you?
mean?
It's free?
You have the number 1 pick in the draft. Yes,
Do I
tonight.
get to
But,
keep Mitch?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can do whatever you want.
Right, so like if you were.
Well, you know, you're
No,
passing on
salary
another,
and that
you know,
like matter.
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
like it's the draft. You have the number 1 pick next year or whatever, but you have to judge Mitch how he
I
is
have to
right
think
now.
about it a little more. If you said Trevor Lawrence, I'd say absolutely yes. I don't love Tua as much as everyone else loves Tua.
So, but then that speaks.
Trevor
to,
Your
Lawrence,
point
yes.
is that
Yeah, you
just-
have
you don't
serious
have confidence you have
doubts,
your
right.
guy.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
of course I
Like
have
the
doubts.
Rams wouldn't do it.
You can't look like we've looked the
Right.
last 2 weeks
Yeah.
and
Right.
not have some doubts. That's just being honest. Yeah, it's going to be. It's a very, very important game. Hopefully,
It'd be
Mitch
interesting to
looks
see how many
awesome.
teams would do that.
Would you do it if you were the Jets?
I can list a bunch.
Yes,
Yes, Jets would do it. Bills probably wouldn't.
I think the Patriots would.
Yeah. The Bengals would obviously do it. The
Rams
Steelers
wouldn't.
would do it.
Steelers
Yes.
would.
Browns?
No.
No.
Cardinals,
If you
no.
go to the AFC South, the Jaguars would do it.
Yep.
The Colts would do it. The Titans would do it.
I don't know if the Colts would do it.
I think the Colts would do it.
I think Colts would be on the fence. I think they like Brissett.
Texans obviously wouldn't. I think there's a lot of teams. Like, think about the Chargers would probably do it.
Yep.
Broncos would definitely do it. The
Yep.
Raiders would definitely do it. Chiefs
Well,
wouldn't.
no, I mean, most
Chiefs
teams
would
will do
not.
it.
Yeah.
It's more there's actually just a handful of teams that say they have their quarterback that
Right.
probably might not. It's
Right.
really
The
what
Bears are in the weird one because as of last year or even the beginning
You
of this
would've
year,
thought.
like we have our
Yeah.
quarterback.
And
Right.
honestly,
Like the beginning,
I don't
if,
even
if
know.
if the season hadn't started,
Yeah,
I
they
think
wouldn't.
almost all
I
Bears
wouldn't
fans
have
would be.
said
No
Yeah.
way.
Right.
And honestly, as bad as he's been, I really think those comments were what put it over the edge. If he didn't have an opposing player come out and be like, "This guy can't play quarterback," I
It's
really
the
don't
same
think
thing
it would be
happened
as bad
with
of
Cutler
an avalanche.
when what's his name Woodson for the Packers.
Once
He's like
public
same
perception
old Jay.
switches, yep.
When he said same old Jay, that's just like
Done.
a fucking stake in your heart. So
All
you
right.
can't have that. You can't have the
Good luck. I like the Bears. I'm what?
When are you getting your nipples licked?
Thursday.
Wednesday.
For Thursday.
Yeah,
Be out
Wednesday. for
Thursday?
Something to look forward
and
to.
Stu might
Don't get
Stu
a
might suck
boner,
your
bro.
cock.
I won't get a ball.
Don't get a
Stu
hard
might
on.
suck your
Get a
cock.
finger up your ass. This is Stu's Super Bowl, man.